Bienvenidos, amigos, to another episode of the More Life Diaries podcast, and welcome to the new Agua Azul studio. On today's podcast, we're going to be talking about our move here in Agua Azul from Cinco de Diciembre, the ups and downs of moving, and just our overall life in the last couple of weeks since we've been a little bit absent. There was no episode, I believe, last week, so we'll catch you guys up on that. And we'll talk about just generally what we've been noticing around town. So let's get to it.
What is More Life Diaries? Reflections of the past. Life in the moment. Manifestations of the future. This is our journey. The More Life Diaries podcast.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us on a brand new episode. We've got the mics in hand today, and we are in the brand new studio.
Love it.
How
it's
exciting.
Cozy. We are not sweating.
Yeah, I'm still sweating a little bit.
Mark's a little touch of
running
sweat,
a little hot.
just like a glisten, not a full shirt soak here.
Yeah, and we're trying to set up a little vibe in the back here, a little studio setup so that we can keep things consistent and easy when we do a podcast. So let us know in the comments how we're doing so far. We'll get some mood lighting eventually. And yeah, this is the new studio. It's going to be a lot more quiet than it used to be.
Yeah. Way less sirens, less dogs.
And less just overall construction.
More
street
roosters.
noise. Yeah, definitely more roosters. So let's get into it. We've been moving. We moved last week. So we've been here basically for 1 full week now, all settled in.
Mm-hmm.
And we got the keys a few days early. So we did a lot of back and forth car loads. For some reason, we drove from Toronto to Puerto Vallarta with one SUV filled with stuff, and we probably did 7-ish trips.
Yeah, one SUV full of stuff and 4 people, and a lot of those trips were just you and I.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we accumulated.
I don't know. We didn't pack the car as tight as when we first drove here, that's for sure. But yeah, I think a lot of it was just like kids stuff, toys, tables, different types of tables for the kids.
So many tables.
And yeah, I mean, we also had to buy a TV, which we'll get into in a second. So that TV was, one load in itself. But yeah, it's just like always so tiring moving apartments. And we tried to get some on videos, which I'll post in the next vlog that we'll be putting up later on this week. But yeah, it's just always exhausting, especially considering our last place was running quite hot during the day.
Yeah.
So every time we were like packing stuff, I was dripping sweat as if I was in a sauna.
Yeah, it was super hot. And then we came here, and I think the first day we just chilled. We brought like one car load over, and then we kind of came out to test the internet and like just hung out for a while because we're like, it's so much cooler. Like we didn't even turn the AC on. I think the first day we were just like, it's just cooler in here.
And we were doing, sorry, just bring that a bit closer. And we were doing, just car loads here and there as like they inconvenience to like our schedule kind of thing. So we weren't rushing anything. We got the keys maybe like 3-4 days early. And yeah, it's never fun, but at least here, like we're on the second floor. As you saw from our last episode, our Versailles apartment that was the runner up to this place was on the 5th or 6th.
I think it was the 6th. And I was
maybe
very
the 6th floor, and it was like quite a walk from the parking lot.
Yeah.
So we're thankful that here was just very smooth, like to unpack the car. The car's parked right outside.
Yeah, definitely was happy about our choice when we were bringing things up the stairs for sure.
How was the unloading process and to put everything away?
Honestly, not bad. Like, it is tiring. You're right. It is tiring, but Yeah, it
I have
wasn't.
to say that organizing and putting stuff away
It
was
felt
the
good.
happiest part of moving because our storage here is next level. We'll show you guys an official like apartment tour, which will be maybe in like a month or so once we're all like officially settled in. We're still waiting on some furniture, but yeah, the storage in the bedrooms and in the living room is like amazing. We don't have nearly as much uh enough stuff to fill everything. But yeah, it was like amazing going into our closets, actually being able to hang stuff.
Yeah, and fold things and put them in a nice drawer. Like it was a good feeling. Like
Yeah.
everything felt really good right away.
The kids' room is nice and neat. The toys are all like neatly organized and packed
Yeah,
away.
Mark and I are pretty neat, organized people. Our Toronto home was very like there was a focus on storage and being able to put things away out of sight.
Mhm.
The kids' room was super organized. Like there was a bucket for each type of toy.
Yeah.
And we actually were like, no, they must go back into the right buckets. Like we're all pretty much like that.
Yeah, we don't want to just like clean everything, put everything unorganized in buckets. It's just like I guess it's just a mental thing, like a OCD type of thing, but I like it's easier for me to think and probably you as well
Mhm.
to think and be organized in our thoughts if like our living space is also organized.
So we're big like that. So it means a lot for us to have everything really organized
Yeah.
in a way and not scattered around, which like it was impossible not to have that in our
In our
old
last
place, just
place,
the like
yeah.
the way things were. Like there's no closet drawers or hang like really anywhere to hang
Yeah,
things. So
everything was everywhere
and
and
exposed.
exposed and it was very dusty, just the overall place being on the side of the road, like a very dusty. So it was even hard just to clean and keep it clean. Whereas here, like there's no dust anywhere, it's just very clean, everything is neatly put away. I wouldn't say that this place is like perfect by any means, and we can get into that, but yeah, overall, we just feel like a sense of peace
Yeah.
and clear
Headed.
headedness.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
You want to talk about this place a little bit? We'll start with like the actual apartment and go into the neighborhood, but what do you like and what do you dislike about our new casita?
So the things I like as we mentioned, the closet slash storage space. It's really easy to keep things neat and organized. The layout, like I think this place might be slightly smaller than our previous apartment, but the layout
Mhm.
is just more functional. One of the issues with the other place was that it was very open and the bedrooms actually were like the side facing the living room was just glass doors and a glass wall with curtains. So there was privacy, but like the light would go into the rooms if you were like in the living room at night doing work, the light would like go obviously into the kids' room and I felt like it would always disturb them. So I didn't want to like be there after they went to bed. So we were often working in our bedroom, which I don't like doing. So I like the layout here is just like it's still pretty open, but it's
Mhm.
more functional where like the living space is kind of a little bit away from the bedrooms and it's like a proper door. Um, what else? It's cooler. There's AC in both rooms, which is
Mhm.
really nice for sleeping. And just in general, the light here, like our place was very dim, the old one. And at night,
At
like,
night,
yeah, like it
yeah.
was really hot, like lots of natural light during the day. But at night, once the sun went down, like the lighting was really dim. So it was hard to like really see what you were doing in the kitchen, in the bathroom. There was like no mirrors in any room that was well lit,
Mhm.
even during the day. So it was just like, I don't know, not again, like I kind of gave up on like a beauty routine, skincare routine.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know, there's
I'd
nowhere to
say
put
like
anything.
a downside of this place is the natural light. So we do have a lot of windows in this main kind of area. In the bedrooms, there's a lot because it's mostly like all windows and you have the really nice like balcony. But in this main area, there could be more natural light and the way it's laid out. And of course, we'll show you guys, in our house tour videos. It's like there's windows, but the windows are overlooking the inside of the outdoor area. So the way it is, it's like even outdoors here, it's like kind of covered. So it is a little bit weird, but overall we still get some decent natural light. The lighting in the ceiling is a lot better. So it doesn't feel like so dark at
At night.
night, but there could definitely use more natural and brighter lights during the day, I think. Um, but for me, I think the things that I love most about this place is obviously, being organized. The overall layout of the place is significantly better, and the furniture is way
Way better.
better.
Way
We
comfortable.
had too much furniture, so we have like one too many couches, which we ended up just putting in the bedroom. All of the bedroom furniture from one bedroom we took out here to make like a TV stand. That's
That's like a
a
headboard.
headboard
actually.
of the bed. And just we're able to kind of play, I guess,
Tetris.
Tetris or reorganize all of the furniture in here to the way we like, which we really do
Appreciate that.
appreciate. Yeah.
And the bathroom. I forgot the bathroom is so nice. It's like
Bathroom's nice.
new,
Great water pressure.
great water pressure, a window to like let the things dry
Mhm.
afterwards. Storage space in there as well.
Yeah.
So
It's
love
been weird, and that's like a reason, we kind of took a week off editing or filming anything. We're just trying to get reorganized in this place. And it's just been weird, like moving neighborhoods, because this neighborhood is completely different from Cinco de Diciembre. I'd say like almost opposites. You want to touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, so Cinco, for people who haven't been here, it is like basically it's next to Centro, which is downtown. There's lots of stuff to do. There's lots of coffee shops, there's lots of stores, department stores, like little shops, restaurants, all of the things. Here, it is catering in a way. There's like Cinco is residential, it is local, but there are a lot of foreigners who are either here for like the summer or living here permanently. There's tourism, all that kind of stuff. Here, no. Like here, it is just 100% local, has 100% residential.
Mhm.
The stores that are here are tiny little like tiendas, little clothing shops with one person working, like really small.
Yeah, at
And
night, like once everyone is done with
we're
their actual jobs, they're like starting up their second jobs. So setting up little like
like
sidewalk
taquerias
vendors.
and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
taquerias.
Like it is like a really nice vibe, but it is very local. And
Mhm.
I guess in Cinco, we were kind of in a habit of like maybe working at a coffee shop and like switching locations, enjoying some AC somewhere. But here, you don't really have that option. The things that are open are like birria restaurants, and
Mhm.
you're not
So a
getting
lot
like
of taco footage is
yeah,
coming
lots of
your way. We're just
tacos.
limited to tacos here
Mhm.
for the most part, but it is a little bit more difficult for us to blend in and be incognito here. And of course, like we're going to be filming some content
Yeah,
outside,
I
but
feel like it's not even that like they know that okay, you're not Mexican. I think they're just like you don't live like you just got here, you're new. Like they know
like
immediately.
we know everyone in the neighborhoods talking about
Yeah, like the
us.
first few
Yeah.
days I'm like they've talked about us. They know. Like they
Yeah.
know we're new. They know we're like English speaking.
Yeah.
Um
Thankfully, like we do speak Spanish, so we've been able to speak to some neighbors here and there, and yeah, just communicate in Spanish. So we're not like
they're not like, oh, those people moved
yeah,
in, they don't
but
know.
there's just no North Americans or gringos or
We know
yeah.
they exist here.
Yeah, I saw
'Cause
one yesterday,
I
which
saw
was the
one.
first time that I had actually seen one in the wild. This
And you
older
guys locked
white
eyes.
lady, not even, she was like her head down, she was talking on the phone, but also our neighbors upstairs are from the States, and
We haven't
we
really
haven't
met
even
them.
seen them.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like a very low key neighborhood. So
The gringos who are here are like undercover, like they don't want to be seen.
yeah. And yeah, we're out there, we're walking the streets, bringing the kids out and stuff like that. So hopefully we make some connections and some friends out here, which was ultimately the goal and the reason why we chose on this neighborhood versus Versailles. But yeah, just to say that we do stick out like a sore thumb here,
Yeah.
which is not what we want, but obviously doing what we do. we do stick out regardless if we go and film on the Malecon or wherever it
I
is.
don't think we stick out on them.
Not as much, but if I'm
No.
carrying the
Well, if you're
camera
carrying the
around, yeah, we're
camera.
getting looks for sure.
But I think here, like once they know that you're part of this neighborhood, then you don't stick out anymore. I think it's because they know who lives here and who doesn't. Like they see a stranger and they know.
Yeah.
Like everyone here seems to know each other. They just walk up and down, chill on each other's front little. Like a lot of people here have like their couches outside the house and they're all just hanging out.
Yeah, across the street, there's a full dining table outside and people sitting there all day eating food and watching. Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like the chismis out here is like good.
We haven't like seen that as much in Cinco de Diciembre, probably because it is more of a downtown neighborhood. But here in the evening time, every single person is outside of their house. They're chilling. They're sitting on the sidewalk. They're having a beer on like their doorstep.
And if you walk by, if you even drive by and there's someone out there, you say hi, you like give a nod or something.
To the
like
point where it's like a little bit tiring.
Yeah, you're like,
because
well,
you're like, buenas
hola.
tardes, buenas noches. You're like waving at everyone. It's a lot, but it's fun. It's like, it's a nice thing to have because it's something that we didn't have back home. So
it's like that scene in Beauty and the Beast when she's like, bonjour. Except in Spanish.
So really nice. So far, we absolutely love the neighborhood.
Yeah.
A completely different vibe from Cinco de Diciembre, which we were looking for. And I think we did the right choice moving here, to be honest.
I like it. It's so quiet.
Yeah.
It's so
We've
quiet.
been sleeping like amazing for the first time since we got to PV. So the only other time where I think that I've slept this well was when we stayed one night at the Sheraton, like AC blasting. Otherwise, like we've been sleeping really well, and we've done a couple things in the bedrooms, which we'll get into now. So
that sounds weird.
Oh no! So we've done a couple of things in the bedrooms, meaning we brought, which I'll get into right now. Which is the opposite. It's the opposite of what you guys might have been thinking because we're all sleeping in the same bed for now. And I just want to talk about like catfishing a little bit. So there's certain things when we booked, when we rented this apartment that, we were told would come with the apartment and didn't. And one of those things was definitely like the bed. We didn't know there were going to be 2 double beds.
Well, he did tell us, like at first we came and it was a king size in the main room and then a double in the kids' room. And then after we had basically signed on, he was like, oh, by the way, that's our king size bed. It's coming with us and it's a double bed. We're like, awesome.
Yeah. So we didn't even know how small a double was until I laid in it and was taking up the whole bed. So what we ended up doing is taking the double bed from the kids' room and making a mega bed in our bedroom. So we've got 2 double beds, one beside the other, which is like bigger than a king size, but it's actually amazing. And thankfully our room's big enough to accommodate that. And we've been sleeping all in the same bed. Because we got a bunk bed for the kids' room, which they're absolutely like ecstatic about. Yeah. We'll be getting this week. So we'll be setting their room up really nicely. They have a whole play area, bunk beds, projector. And so we've been sleeping in the same bed, but the AC has been so nice. Just comfortable mattresses too. The pillows, everything's comfortable.
I still have the same amount of space.
Yeah.
Whether
you're sleeping on the edge.
I'm always on the edge.
You're always on edge.
Mark has an entire double bed to himself.
Yeah, because Bessie sleeps like on the other side too.
And then everyone's in my bed.
Yeah, a couple other things that we were told were going to come with the place, like a TV, a rug, a TV. They're like, yeah, there's a small TV. There was no TV, so we ended up getting this very large TV in the back.
And honestly, I think that worked out because you would have wanted this one anyways. And if we had the small one, I'd be like, suck it up and use the small one for now. But you had nothing.
Mind you, I don't even watch TV, but I just like having the big TV in the living room. It's just like
it's a guy thing.
Aesthetically pleasing to have a TV that fills up the whole wall.
Well, it looked weird without, it was just like holes and cables and nothing there.
For sure. And yeah, there was like a rug that was supposed to come with the place. So
A patio furniture.
some patio furniture too. So yeah, when we got here, none of that was here, which is inconvenient, but also it just gives us the opportunity to buy stuff that we really
Yeah.
want and really like. And yeah, in the last place, we didn't really buy anything either. We were just like, we don't want to put any money in this place where we feel a little bit different about this place. I think we
Yeah.
just ultimately want it to be as comfortable.
Yeah, I think it was like a
As
year
we-
of not being comfortable. And then we moved here and I was like, no,
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
done.
So it's been it's been great so far. I think we'll be more motivated, more focused here, to work and to push some projects forward that we've been thinking about. And the neighborhood's great. The views from our balcony are amazing. It's just nice to wake up to that and have a coffee out there. We've already spent more time on this balcony in 1 week than we have on our last one in like almost a full year, I'd
It's
say.
nice.
Yeah, we've got like the water table, the kids out there. There's a little sink, so we're able to like do some water stuff.
And then you see all the other people sitting on their front porches or balconies. And
Still,
you kind
we're
of,
still waving out there,
you
like, hey,
nod,
hey, hey.
you all observe each other without
Yeah.
really looking. It's kind of this weird thing.
Yeah.
I love it.
And there's a waterfall that's very close, less than a 10-minute walk away. Salto, it's called Cascada Salto.
I can never remember the name.
And we went the other day just to kind of check it out. So that'll be on our next vlog as well. We went with the kids, but we want to show it on a separate vlog just with like some nice drone shots. But it exceeded my expectations by 1,000.
So we took a wrong turn somewhere and then we ended up seeing this little like trickle on the rocks of water. And Mark's like, oh, that's the waterfall.
Yeah.
He was so disappointed, but like that's what he was expecting. Like,
Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
Like a little,
originally. I'm
like-
like, yeah, that's it. Let's go.
I'm like, no, I
Let's
know
make
it's
our way
better
back.
than this.
And yeah, we ended up finding the correct way. And even at the beginning of the waterfall, there's like kids playing in the water, which was really nice.
Yeah.
And then you kind of just hike up. Very easy hike to get to the bottom of the waterfall. And a little bit more challenging to get to the main part of the waterfall. But it was quite big, a lot of water because we are in rainy season. And yeah, Kathleen didn't get to go because she was just with the kids. And I was like, let me check out what's over there. And yeah, I got it on video, but it was like really, really cool. Definitely highly recommended as just like an afternoon
Mhm.
thing if you're in town. Cascada Salto or waterfall. Really, really cool place.
Yeah.
We'll definitely be back in less than a 10-minute walk. Like we'll probably just go chill there sometimes
Yeah.
and meditate a little bit.
Good.
I just want to talk about some changes that we've noticed in the city a little bit and in town. We've definitely noticed the influx of retirees and
Yeah.
gringos coming. So a lot of you watching, we see.
Yeah, we saw you at Costco.
Yeah,
the
the
other
last
day.
couple of times we've been to Costco, everyone is there doing a big.
No, but
Costco
seriously, like
run.
there was one day we went, I think it was like in prep for Bassie's birthday, and it was normal. There was like very little lines, and like literally less than a week later, we went again, and it was just like midweek packed. Like I felt like everyone just got off the plane and went.
midweek, midday.
Yeah, it was straight to Costco. We were like, whoa, where are like it? Like you forget how it was in the busy season
Yeah,
after like the long sort of slow season. So everyone seems to be coming back.
yeah.
Yeah, it's busier. And
Yeah.
the traffic was more and
Definitely a lot busier. I've been for a run on the beach and I was like checking the hotels and the hotels are like deserted. No one's in them. It was really odd. Some of them had one person outside swimming, or like one visible person in a full hotel on the beach, which is crazy. But yeah, you definitely tell that the snowbirds are back in town, are starting to trickle in. So
Mhm.
welcome if you're watching this and you're back in town. Welcome back. Hope your Costco run went well. Hope you got everything you needed to tie you over. But yeah, that's just something we notice, and like literally from no one to the next week, there was like hundreds
Yeah.
of people. And yeah, moving on, there is supposed to be a big storms, Hurricane Lydia, Hurricane Lit, that's supposed to touch down. So we don't know what to expect really. There's been talks of storms previous to this one and nothing's really happened. But apparently, people are taking this one a little bit more serious.
Yeah, my group chats have been like parent group chats have been going crazy with updates and like how to pack emergency bags and like get your emergency food. And normally people are just laughing at the hurricane warning. So
Yeah.
it's a very different attitude towards this one. So maybe we do need to worry. We actually have to pick up the kids now. So we have to cut this short because they're closing the schools, not just our school, but like across Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah.
Early today and close
And
tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go get some food, pick up the kids.
Yeah.
In that
And
not that order. But
we'll keep you guys updated. Our next podcast might be from the eye of the storm. So let's see how that is. I've made that joke too many times. It's annoying. So we don't know what to expect, but it seems like people are taking this one pretty serious. So we're just stocking up on a few things and we'll report back to you guys. So thank you so much for watching this podcast. It's a little bit of a shorter episode, but we'll keep things more frequent now that we are all settled into our new place with episodes, podcast, new TV. And thank you so much, guys. Please make sure to subscribe if you've made it this far. If you haven't subscribed, but you watched this whole way, you a hater. Leave the comments down below. This is our journey. More Live Diaries. Peace.